Hey, yo, what's going on, guys? Got a brand new deck guide for you guys today. Today, we have Many Men, which is a multiple man show Lao deck from Cougarrr. You know, we love playing Cougarrr decks on this channel here. Your main goal is to get multiple men, you know, multiple man, the card, across the board with a bunch of different ways to buff the card, whether it's an Agony, a Sparky, a Maverick, and also, like, going into Shu Lao things. So, of course, Shu Lao and Maverick kind of just go hand in hand, so you kind of expect that kind of to happen. But there's ways to just get multiple man huge. That is something like with an Agony into a Sparky, into on a Madam Web. Like, you'll see some weird ways, like I do it actually in the video. There's, like, different ways you can set it up. Of course, if Agony goes onto multiple man, but you move multiple man before Agony, the multiple man does move, and then Agony gets attached to the original multiple man. So the first multiple man you'll have back in that original spot will be a 2-5 instead of that 2-8 with Agony. But then if you move multiple man again, it'll be the 2-8 multiple man that moves. Same thing when it comes with Sparky. Of course, the multiple man that moves first and then moves back, you'll get the multiple man back with that +2 from Sparky, and then, of course, you'll get that onto the older multiple man as well, because multiple man kind of like adds a copy of himself onto the lane he moved from, which allows you to get some Doctor Strange value too, because then you can have two multiple man with the same exact power. So Doctor Strange moves that power to wherever Doctor Strange is, wearing, you know, if there's board space, warranted if there's board space there. But you have Madam Web to be able to move cards. You can move your Cosmo around, which that's another tricky play for your opponents, because they're kind of assuming your Cosmo is going to be moved around, so you can kind of make your Cosmo stay in the Madam Web lane. Something I really like about this list in general is, of course, the Cosmo kind of psychology of it as well. And then you have Iska. Iska is another one of those scaling targets in this deck, something you can hit with a Shu Lao, which you'll actually see. I hit Iska with Shu Lao to win an 8-cube game, because, you know, Iska will get that power from the Shu Lao buff, and then if you're not winning that location, that is a huge Iska that doubles at the end of turn if you are losing that location, which works really well. Of course, also to set up your Shu Lao lines, you have Kitty Pryde, Agony, and Kate Bishop. Kate Bishop giving you arrows, so you have the, you know, the opportunity to play arrows with another card in order to continue to get that Shu Lao 2 or more cards per turn kind of play. Kitty Pryde, of course, really enables that, because you can play Kitty Pryde in another card, Kitty Pryde in a 1-drop in turn 2. Like, if you can really get the Kitty Pryde going, that's, of course, how you get the Shu Lao stuff going in general. And just always keep in mind, Shu Lao buffs the last card you played. So if the last card you played was Kitty Pryde, and Kitty Pryde is not on the board, you have to play Kitty Pryde before you play Shu Lao. So your way you play your cards is very important. Of course, Shu Lao has been out for a couple seasons, but it's something I even forget sometimes myself, is really taking the time to, you know, prioritize the way you order your cards in order to get the maximum Shu Lao value, which is why, of course, you're playing with Maverick. I mean, Maverick getting the Shu Lao buff and then adding that to another card. You're pretty much adding whatever Shu Lao power, which is like normally 12 to 15. Power onto Maverick and onto another card. So, like, simultaneously, Shu Lao just goes boom, kind of situation, which is why people are not a fan of Shu Lao at the moment. I mean, it's dodging a lot of OTAs, just because people aren't really playing it as much as you'd seen, like, with the Star-Lord changes, which we hopefully have a new Star-Lord deck for you guys soon. I'm thinking about some Scar Star-Lord situations, which I know Znade made a deck, and I think we got another one kind of in mind. A lot of Scar decks in general I've been playing, so I do apologize for all the Scar stuff, but Scar's pretty good into the meta right now because it's big bodies. Big bodies is pretty good. But yes, so you also have movement cards, Madam Web, Sparky. The Grapple Arrow, also from Kate Bishop, is a good movement card. Aranya, Doctor Strange. So you have, like, a lot of ways to add the multiple man on other sides of the board. And if you don't have the multiple man lane or the multiple man line, you, of course, then have the just Shu Lao Maverick line. So you can use it that way. You can also Shu Lao earlier to get bigger multiple men. So then you can move the multiple man and get more strange value. So I like the versatility there. You're not just one-dimensional Shu Lao Maverick. You can also just do Shu Lao on other targets in order to get some really cool value, which is something I really enjoy with this list. But that's going to be the gist of, like, the card breakdown and the lines. You'll see some more in the gameplay. Of course, huge shout out to Cougarrr for this list. All of Cougarr's info is going to be down in the description below. Make sure you guys follow Cougarrr as well. Absolutely fantastic content creator and really good competitive Marvel Snap player. High Infinite, has won Golden Gauntlets. Like, he just really, really won competitions. But yeah, we're going to jump right into some gameplay, and I'll see you guys at the end of the video. Ooh. Okay. Oh, Camelot. Okay, this is interesting. Cosmo. Okay, so we can do some funky stuff here. Multiple man. Yeah, I have not played like an ounce of high voltage. We're gonna do that. Ooh. So fill me on the latest rival Hoople. People seem angry. You played a few months ago or a day or so. I think they just buffed whatchamacallit. They just buffed White Fox, and maybe people are upset that White Fox got buffed. Ooh, how am I doing this? I think it's just this. They rock crystal. Oh, we just buffed a Maverick. All we gotta do is just buffet a Maverick. Buffet a Maverick, as Hart would say, right? Okay, here we go. So this is. Ooh, do we do Iska? I'm gonna snap into this, that. Seems pretty good. Pretty good. They blob. Big blob! Boosty! And Scotta! Yo, it's gonna be a great day. A great day. I'm gonna do that into that. They're gonna Shulao there. Or they're gonna, so I'm gonna do this into that, and that. That seems pretty good. They jug, Shadow King. Cool. That'll work. That'll work. Thank you very much. Moogs! Oh man, this is where it gets a little crazy for your boy here. This is where I think I'm actually supposed to hold Aranya because we're doing Shulao things. But it's okay. We're alright, we're alright. We'll do Kitty Pride. Sandstorm. Okay. We don't get the hot location either. Doodaloo, doodaloo, doo. We have Kitty onto Shuri's lab. Is my thought process there. They go Rhino and Erak to miniaturize lab. Can do this. Into some fun stuff. Yeah, this could be really interesting, huh? A rock into Moleman, which hits Patriot. All right. Cosmo and Kitty. Let's see. OG! How are we doing, my friend? Welcome in. Welcome in, my friend. Let's do... Oh, this is cool. This is cool. Some really, really cool stuff. Really, really cool stuff here. Z. Okay. Big Aussie guy. Big Aussie guy. And Kitty Pride. And we get the Maverick. Maverick. Let's do that. Let's do that. Did there used to be sub notifications? Yes. OG, thank you so much for 18 months. I need to get my notifications up. I need to get my notifications up because I have been lacking. Okay, so the thing is, I think it's this actually. I think it is that. Debris, Cosmo. Iska's not going to be big enough. And we did not move the Cosmo for the debris, which is good. Cool. Okay, we have Agony, Madam Web. We have Cosmo. Bro, Dan Hawson is a freaking meme, bro. A meme. Probably not doing friendlies tonight, Shaggy. But I am down potentially to do some friendlies in the future. I'm gonna get ahead. Do I want to go ahead and get Sparky on the board? Might as well. Why not? Why not get Sparky on the board? We can do some interesting things here. Rhino. Okay. Ongoing effects are disabled. There's interesting. We have this. Yo, Trin is here too? Holy smokes. Trin, how are you doing, my boy? Welcome in. This is interesting. Actually, do I want Cosmo? Do I just want to get Iska? Let's get Iska going. Let's get Iska going. Wow, I don't like this, actually, like, at all. I don't like this at all. Just got married in February? Yo, congratulations, Trin. Ozzy, Herbie. Okay. This goes to 7, then to 9. Yeah. Cosmo, Patriot. This moves over. It gets the Agony. And moves back. This is going to get +9 and move over. And so 19. Does 19 right win? I feel like this is pretty good. I lose to what? Oz. If they go Onslaught, they get +6 left. Yeah, this should be good. This should be enough power. This should be enough power. Yoshagi, you have a great night. You have a great night. Yeah, because Multiple Man goes to 9, or might go to 22. Because I think we might get +12 because we played 2 cards. Yeah. Yeah, we were in a good spot. A really good spot with the top deck on Showdown. 21 powered. 1 out of 3 is crazy. Isn't it crazy? I don't know. Staying for the 1 out of 3 seems a little wild though, right? You know? How we doing though? Welcome in, Attack. Welcome in, Schwartz. It is a shooter's gonna shoot moment. That is true. That is true. It is a shooter's gonna shoot moment. The Iron Patriot. It's Sparky. Okay, so Sparky is cooked. Le cooked Sparky. Oh, and we get Rocket Pad there. Okay. Debris. Debris. Well. I don't know. Is it... be +9? I don't have Strange is the issue there. I could just still contest it though, right? Okay. We got their Jug out of the way, which that's fine. I just got the new Gambit. Should I buy Bastion to pair with it? I don't think you have to have Bastion. Bastion is great with it for sure, but you don't have to have Bastion. We're going for the show now. Adding a lot of power left. Negasonic Rock. Okay. What's best play here? Best play is Kitty. If I go Aranya Maverick, I'm adding 13 power, or not 13, 11 power to Iska. Which 11 power on Iska. Or no, I am adding 12 power, so this goes to 15. Which would win that right lane. They at least go up another 3 here. They go, or go up another 9 here. If they go Patriot Mystique, they go up 12 here. They go up 21. Or no, not 12. Yeah, no, they do up 12. Yeah, I think it's this. Cosmo. Gambit. Oh, boy. Okay. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. We had to play around that, but holy smokes. And then we'll swap to the next deck. Aunt May's is interesting. Very interesting because we can use that with multiple man or with Maverick, depending on which line we get here. Depending on which line. Well, that's unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Don't like that. Don't like that or that. If I'm being honest. We ever successful in the Infinity Ultron deck? I actually have not played Infinity Ultron probably since the last time we talked about Infinity Ultron. It has been a hot minute since I played Infinity Ultron. Magic. Okay, this is going to be interesting. I'm thinking negative as well. Also, hi, Corey. Welcome in. The bad luck on Fudge. Everyone always blames Fudge. Always blames Fudge. All right, what we got here? This is interesting. Yeah, I mean, they probably do Star-Lord, right? But they can't. They could play another card, Zola Star-Lord, but Killmonger. Killmonger's very interesting. Toodaloo. Gore is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So Gore is 11. I'm adding 12. They haven't hit negative. This should be good. They could null Zola. No, they can't null Zola. I mean, they have +3 energy. They have 10 energy. I think we're in a pretty decent spot here. Iron Man. Can the Iron Man Mystique Zola is the question. They can't. Cool. That'll work. That will work. Put that in the video. Yeah, we beat the tier 1 deck. We beat the tier 1 deck. There's a situation here where I actually go multiple man just on a Madripoor to start. As funky as that might be, just because big multiple man's pretty good. We could do that, or I go Sparky. I think it's Sparky. Ham. Agony. Okay. I don't like this. I don't like this. What's a worse card for me to get? I think we're actually doing this. Yeah. Nico Chavez. Okay. This is some interesting stuff here. They Maverick. So now they're banking on Madripoor moving like middle probably. But they Maverick Rock. So Maverick can't get buffed by Show here. Good to know. But they're not trying to buff Maverick with Show, is the thing. Um. Let's do it this. This is pretty cool. This is pretty cool. I guess technically I could have just left Cosmo to do Cosmo things as well. They go show right into Scarlet Spider left and Rock and Iska doubles and we win breakers. Cool. Let's go. That'll work. Crazy, crazy name. All right. Oh, we do start with a Rania. That's pretty cool. And we have show. Do we have the Agony as well? I like this a lot. A lot. Okay. I don't like that. Oh, man. That stinks. That stinks. Stinks a lot. Agony merges with this one. They Luna. Could get big multiple men. Could go ahead since we don't have. Let's do let's do big multiple men here. And then we have Strange Sparky. Yeah, I think I like this. Because we're not going to hit with Galactus now. Man Spider. Okay, that's a little rough now. I need Cosmo. That's not Cosmo. Okay. Okay. So they still have extra energy. They can still do Zola things. We unfortunately can't do anything to Fisk Tower. Okay. So our play is this. That. Yeah. Let's get him out of here. The Czar. Okay. Interesting stuff here. Well. They snap. Big snap. Big snap. Rhino, Moleman, hits Cougarrr. The Cougarrr. All right. A rock, and sandstorm. All right. We'll snap back. We will snap back. Ozymandias. I lose to a Shang-Chi or a Shadow King. Shang-Chi or a Shadow King. Cool. That'll work. That will work. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you guys did stick around the very end, let me know down below. Is Shu Lao dodging too many OTAs? Does this card need to be nerfed, or is it kind of okay as is? Maybe they just need to add a tracker, which is I've been saying in the yaps every single week. A tracker just so I know that Shu Lao has been procced every turn, so I don't have to necessarily do all the mental math of when cards were played. Or maybe we have like a board history kind of thing, so we know how many cards were played. Maybe a tracker like that would be really cool. I don't know. But I really enjoy this deck. It really brought me back to some of the old like Phoenix Force kind of stuff I really enjoyed playing way back when, before, you know, one cost Human Torch and, you know, Multiple Man was a 2/3. So it's cool to be able to kind of play something like that and get those kind of vibes going again. But yeah, that's going to be the gist of the deck, a guide and everything too. If you guys do enjoy the video, definitely feel free to like, comment, subscribe if you're new, hit that notification bell because we are still trying to upload it daily. Like as you said, we do have a kid on the way, so we might get a little bit, not every single day, but I want to get in the habit of doing it every single day. Just depends on, you know, how life goes. Life happens. But yeah, you guys are awesome. I love you all. It's been real. Thank you for all the love and support. God bless, and Cougarrr out.